Hello, my fellow viewers and subscribers. This is Superchocolatemilkshake, and I am here today at Keith Ryder Park. Okay, this is pretty much me, like almost at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but so basically a bit of a change from my 5 a.m. videos. Something I don't think any of you were expecting, but you know what? I guess a pleasant surprise nonetheless. Anyway, today I am actually walking around Keith Ryder Park, and actually, I've filmed multiple videos in this park before, actually. In fact, when it comes down to it, that tree over there looks very familiar to me. Well, I wouldn't worry about it. Anyway, either way. Yeah, what am I doing out and about on a nice day like this? Well, just walking around, getting a little bit of exercise, trying to make myself feel a little bit better about myself, and, you know, just enjoying life. Some of the small things that it's giving me, some of those great things that it can give me. And you know what? There's a lot of beautiful things about this park, actually. In fact, when it comes down to it, this is one of my favorite places to kind of reflect upon myself and to grow as a person and to just walk around and enjoy life. You know, I've always kind of liked it here. So you know what? It's always been kind of peaceful. It's always been kind of quiet. And sure, there may be some kids playing up there. I shouldn't record too much of them because I know YouTube has their little allegations about that. I really have some fond memories of this park. I mean, like I remember back when it wasn't so refined, when the stream wasn't paved all the way up to the end of it. And of course, I also do remember that there wasn't that nice little pathway over there too, where basically they decided to paint another path that goes around the park. But I do remember back when there used to be a huge hill behind that little play park right there. And actually, some of that play park right over there didn't exist. That was a long time ago. They just kind of flattened it out and decided to make houses here, which, you know, yeah, I guess they had to make room for housing somehow. But, you know, I mean, I still kind of miss the hill here because it was kind of nice. It was peaceful. And you know what? It was kind of fun to ride up and down with on a bike. Because you know what? By the time you got up to the top of the hill, you basically were rewarded with a nice view of this park. And then coming down the hill, it was just a blast. It used to wind back and forth. Oh, man. Those were the days. Oh, yeah. And then, of course, we also have this huge old pond right over here. Right now, I think it's being kind of artificially pumped. Water is being artificially pumped into it, which, you know, I'm not that big of a fan of. But you know what? At the same time, it wouldn't be as full as it is if it didn't have this happening. So, unfortunately, yeah. I think I filmed a few videos over here by this pond, too, if I actually remember correctly. Yeah. Again, like I said, this is actually a beautiful park. And again, I actually do kind of enjoy spending my time over here. There's a lot of cool and neat things that I get to see just from a day-to-day basis. Heck, I think I even took a picture of a blackbird, similar to one of those right down there. Let's see if I can zoom in. This camera zoom sucks. I'm running with my cheapo camera, the one that has night vision on it, which actually is a fairly nice feature, but it's still a cheapo camera, nonetheless. Still, like, yeah, I think I took a picture of one of those blackbirds over here a while back, and you know what? Again, it's just a place to relax and reminisce and, you know, think about things. Looks like there's some water that's flooding up all the way over here. Wonder how far it's flooding up. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go see. Let's go check it out. Looks like they also did a little bit of grass mowing around here too. Let's see. Ugh. Ooh, it's starting to get kind of foamy up here. Let's get closer. Yeah. Man, I wish some people would just keep this park a little cleaner. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know what that is, but it's certainly washing up. Oh well. Yeah, like I said, when it comes down to it though, I kind of enjoyed this pond, but there's a reason why they put up a no swimming sign all the way over there. They don't want people swimming in it, and I can understand why. I don't think I'd trust this water. I think there was like crawdads living in it at one point, but I'm not quite sure. That might have been a long time ago too. We'll have to see. Oh, here. Sorry. I'm trying to adjust the cinch stack on my back. Decided to take that along with me. Though I did empty out most of the drawing supplies inside of it, because otherwise I usually have like a full-on drawing kit inside there. Though, to be fair, I think that is causing some issues with the sack itself, because, let's face it, it's got, well, a lot of weight, and unfortunately, the sack can only hold so much. So, yeah, there's that. But again, this is like a nice little calm place that usually it's nice to go over here and just escape from life and just enjoy yourself. I mean, as you can tell, again, it is a very, very beautiful park. In fact, if I had to give you a history on this park, actually, there is a plaque that's actually over by the bike trail. I think I might walk by it on my little walk here. But there is a man known as Keith. There was actually a man that was known as Keith Ryder, and he was a writer for a newspaper. I forget which one specifically, but I'll probably give you a little more details when we go past the plaque again. But he was writing about the problems with the North Platte River. In fact, when it comes down to it, back when he was around, the North Platte River was a very, very polluted river. But then again, I can't blame him, because, to tell you the truth, just west of here, which is the way that the North Platte River runs, is Casper. And if you didn't know anything about Casper, Wyoming, well, here's a slight history lesson for you. Casper is known as Oil City because basically they basically pulled out oil all the way over here. And of course, it wasn't a very clean city back then either. Like, if it wasn't for policies for cleaner air and better living conditions and cleaner waterways, which is something that Keith Ryder actually advocated for, like, Casper would be a very nasty city. But actually, it's really not. It's not as nasty as, like, oh, sheesh. I'm not thinking of names right now. Los Angeles, there. It's not like Los Angeles or New York or anything like that, where there's a whole bunch of smog in the sky and such. Like, it's nothing like that, thankfully. You do get crystal clear blue skies like you get out here over in Casper. Thankfully, the sun isn't right there. Yeah, please don't stare at the sun too long. It hurts your eyes. Let's go this direction. Let's meander off the beaten path just a little bit. Because why not? You know, this is actually the first time I've ever exercised this camera. If you didn't know. Now you know. This is the first time that this camera's ever been out on the field. Well, besides that little test I did with the night vision at 5 a.m., which, you know, you guys probably seen the video already. So anyway, like I said, see, here's the little river and the extension for it. It just keeps going down this direction. We'll probably be passing by that one area that I'm going to mention that actually has changed a lot. Oh yeah, and the staircase that leads up to that lonely picnic table up there. Now, I don't know if that's trespassing on somebody's property or not right now, because again, it's kind of hard to tell. But I mean, tell you the truth, it used to be a lot nicer of a place to picnic up there, because there used to be a little more trees around it, and actually, again, there used to be more of a hill behind it. Actually, more of a view. Actually, I think that's where the hill ended, actually. That's kind of when you ended up with a view of the bike path down there, but don't quote me. I don't remember specifically. It's been such a long time. Such a long time. But either way, at least I'm glad that they managed to make most of Keith Ryder still, or they left most of Keith Ryder still untouched. And in fact, they improved this little area down here because, well, where this little creek ends, basically, there used to be a really big old pond down here, and it was always yucky, nasty, and icky looking. I'm glad they actually decided to finish this whole creek up and actually lead it all the way down to that little grate down there towards the end, which we'll probably get a closer look at here real soon. Because, you know, that's like the one thing that I think probably they did was the nicest thing. I think this is probably the nicest thing that they actually probably added onto the park. Because otherwise it just kind of led to a bit of a dead end over here. That road also led to a dead end too. They were probably planning housing development way back then too over here. But probably long before they even opened up the park. But to tell you the truth, yeah, this area used to be completely and totally flooded. Like, there was water all over the place over here, and they didn't want anybody swimming in this either because, again, it looked yucky and nasty as well. Probably even worse than the pond down at the other end, which looks actually way nicer. But now they kind of got it going underneath this road over here, and honestly, I think it looks a lot nicer now, especially with the fact that you can also see that picnic table across the way, too, which actually that thing has always been there, too, just so you know. Fun little fact, huh? Anyway, I think I'm going to go marching over towards the bike trail now, if you don't mind, because you know what? Got a bug on me. Look, I don't mind nature, but there are some things that I do not want to cross. Okay, first of all, I need to stop and put my water down. And better bring water with you when you're always on a hike, okay, guys? No matter what. I'm going to adjust my cinch sack so it's no longer feeling like it's going to fall off my arm. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that's a lot better. I don't feel like it's going to fall off my arm anymore. What time is it? Okay. Good. Sorry, I have to... Well, okay, it says 1:49. Okay, 13:49. That's 1:49, okay? Just to be clear. However, when it comes down to it, I gotta pick my sister at 2, so... Oh, there's some puppies over there. Yeah, this house is for sale. Don't know if anybody's interested. I mean, I wouldn't mind buying it, but I don't think I would have any idea of what to do with that much space. It's probably out of my price range anyway, more than likely. Like, they probably want, like, a couple $100 for it. Or no, not a couple $100, but a couple $100,000. There we go. Let's make it accurate, okay? Though, I mean, I wouldn't mind paying a couple $100,000 for it if I had that kind of money. Maybe I could. You guys gotta support me on Patreon and coffee. Anyway. All right, now we're going on to the bike trail part of the path, which actually, to tell you the truth, this used to be my favorite part of the bike trail, actually. This bike trail kind of goes all the way across town, in fact. You can actually go from, like, the middle school all the way over to the intermediate school just using the bike trail, and it was nice. In fact, when it comes down to it again, you can go from the middle school all the way down to Keith Ryder Park using the bike trail. And again, that's also kind of a nice feature. I don't see the geese over here. Wait, is that it? I'm sorry. Actually, if you guys haven't been paying attention to some of my YouTube posts of recent, I actually took a picture of... Wait, maybe that might be them over there. I took a picture of some geese and their baby goslings over here one time. Like, they had the cutest little baby goslings, actually. Tell you the truth. Oh, I think that might be them. That's a duck out there, in case you're wondering. This camera zoom sucks, so, you know. Yeah, well, problem with buying a cheap camera. Oh, wait, I see movement over there. Yeah, the goslings are over there. Goslings are over there. I don't think I can get too close to them, though, because I know Mom and Dad would definitely be on the attack. I mean, heck, I could even see the knives in them popping into their mouths already. Peace was never an option, so, well, okay, actually, Canadian geese are not that violent, but still, it's better to avoid them. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Aww. Like I said, if I had a better zoom, I'd probably zoom in to see, like, show you guys, but I don't. Next time, bring a better camera, John. Next time, bring a better camera. Oh, look at that. growing up so fast. Those are some proud parents walking there. Those are some very, very proud parents walking there. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Yeah, see, this is kind of the stuff that you can experience, even if you just go for a walk in your own town, just like Mother and Father Goose and their baby goslings. It's always kind of fun to see these guys. Don't mind me, I'm not trying to intrude. We've got a lovely little family right over there. All right, I'm gone. You don't have to worry about me no more. All right. See, like I said, that's something that you can always experience if you just go out for a walk sometimes. Sometimes you just experience something that's kind of magical, or something that, you know what, you could probably only experience ever once in a lifetime. Heck, I was actually kind of surprised to see them that close to me, actually. I mean, to tell you the truth, I thought they were always kind of scared of me, but that's because I'm pretty loud most of the time, and I have my issues, and yeah. Well, yeah, and then here's the Boys and Girls Club. Don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for filming that. But when it comes down to it, yeah, this whole pond is actually kind of amazing, too. Actually, it also used to be a much dirtier pond, too, but they cleaned it up by quite a bit. There's still some problems there, because there's still some trash over here, but other than that, again, perfect for two geese to raise up their little family. Like I said, it's just adorable. And again, like I said, that's kind of where I took the picture of the geese and their goslings. The goslings are growing up so fast, though. They only stay young for so long, don't they? Anyway, this is kind of where the bike trail deviates. In fact, if anything, this is actually where the historical marker about Keith Ryder is actually set up. Well, not here specifically, and it's not over there either. It's, okay, I gotta slow myself down going down this hill. I'm using more effort to get myself to stop than I am to push myself forward at this point. Because gravity. But see, this is kind of where the river, where the paths connect to each other. It links up underneath the bridge, and then it goes up by the armory over there, and then after it goes up past the armory, well, yeah, you can basically just walk all the way down to the middle school if you wanted to. Or ride your bike down there, or skateboard, or whatever. Whatever floats your boat. It does not matter. It does not matter. Here we go. Here's the historical markers. I think the one for Keith Ryder is actually buried underneath this tree here, but I don't know if he would have it any other way. Yeah, let's see here. Okay, so it's the Douglas Budget. Yep, it is the local paper. I thought so. I kind of was guessing that, but I wasn't quite sure. But again, yeah, like I said, he was a guy that was very influential and actually kind of an environmentalist altogether. And honestly, kind of a worthy cause. Especially if it created someplace that's beautiful as Keith Ryder Park. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to pass the Industrial Boys and Girls Club. Or do I want to continue going on down the river? Nah, it's not the same that it used to be. Yeah, they have housing stretched up all the way down the floodplain of the river. And honestly, it's not as good as it used to be. Yeah, like, see, this is kind of the map, and you can actually kind of see where they removed some items of it, where they kind of got rid of the whole path that goes up to Keith Ryder Park here. You could tell right there. Because, you know what? Like I said, there used to be a path that goes all the way up to Keith Ryder Park, a nice big old hill, but apparently, I guess they, yeah, they ended up having to take some of that out. Though the sign does look like it really needs to be updated. It really looks like it needs to be redone and repainted. But that's a little map of the walkway, and honestly, it's kind of sad that it doesn't lead to anywhere anymore. It just leads to a scenic overlook, and then, yep, you just gotta ride on back, because you got nowhere else to go. Yep, we're just gonna pass by the Boys and Girls Club. I don't know if it's okay to film this, but again, if they're gonna sue me, then sue me. I got nothing to lose, seriously. I'm filming this on a $60 camera. I have no shame. Okay, a $60 camera, and then of course I'm recording this on a $200 phone, or well, a $160 phone, which isn't the best, but it works for what it is. And granted, I do have a $60 phone inside my pocket, but that one doesn't seem to work with the lapel mic, so I don't know what on earth is going on with that one, but I've neither here nor there. The real truth is that basically when it comes down to it, yeah. And the reason why I'm using the lapel mic right now is because of the fact that actually I'm trying to experiment with my setup here. I'm trying to make a better audio setup for this camera that I can use. All right. There's the Holiday Inn Express. There's some more housing over there. Yeah. Do you want me to take you on more walks like this? I mean, I'd be more than willing to. It's not like you guys are going anywhere. You're all big enough to fit in the palm of my hand, if you want to speak in the terms of the camera. You're all my prisoners. Until you click off the video, which then in that case, no, don't, please, I need the view count. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. Please don't click off the video just because I said that, please. And there's the armory all the way across the river. Like I said, again, I could go underneath the bridge, and actually I've been kind of preferring going underneath the bridge anyway, because actually I have to deal with less traffic, if you can't tell. All right. Anybody going to turn in this direction? Because I know there's quite a few people who usually tend to live this direction. Ah, yeah, I knew it. I'm glad I didn't go. All right. Nope, one more person. Yeah, to be hit by a car on video while I'm recording, that would be embarrassing. Like, didn't you see it coming? No. Did you hear it coming? Also, no. Cars can be silent now these days. Actually, cars are very silent now these days. Electric cars are very super silent. Well, okay, maybe not 100% silent. I mean, my dad now owns an EV, and to tell you the truth, it does make a bit of a whining noise while going down the road and moving, but hey, neither here nor there. All right. I think I'm going to be walking back to my place of work, even though, granted, I am off work right now and I don't intend to come back. Yeah, my watch says it's about 2 o'clock anyway, so I got about 5 minutes to wait for Sarah anyway. So, woohoo! Yay! Hooray! I guess this video is almost over. Man, that's kind of a shame. I was actually kind of enjoying this. I was enjoying the nice little walk with you guys, and I was enjoying some of the exercise that I was getting too. Not to mention also stretching out my own lung capacity too, because I need to do this a little more often. Walking and talking at the same time. But then again, I guess I'm not a big famous celebrity. I mean, I'm not getting like millions of views every day. I mean, but you know what? I'm so grateful for the view count that I have anyway. You know? Like, that's the thing. Just appreciate the small things in life. Even if it doesn't mean anything now, it will definitely mean everything later, right? Right. And you know what? All right, check to see. Nobody turning in. Nobody turning in. Sorry. Got to check to make sure that nobody's going to be turning in to go to the sleep bin over there. By the way, that sleep in hotel, I've never fully been in one of their rooms, but honestly, I'd say it's actually one of the nicest places to stay in Douglas. By far. By far. Because, I mean, we have rented out one of their recreation rooms before. Actually, I think we rented it out twice, maybe 3 times. I forget. I know I've been in there like more than once. Heck, I've even applied to be a housekeeper there more than once. I still haven't gotten the frickin' job. I'm a little upset about that, but oh well, neither here nor there. Still, like I said, it's the nicest place to stay, honestly. And, you know, if you don't want to have their continental breakfast, you can always go over to McDonald's and have a McMuffin. Not that I think that would be any better. Personally, I still would prefer their continental fresh hot waffles over a McMuffin or a McGriddle any day. Not that I really don't mind, because I mean, actually, to tell you the truth, when it comes down to McDonald's food, actually, I kind of prefer more their breakfast menu than I do their lunch menu. Their lunch menu, I only have like maybe 4 items picked out, and that's it. And that is, in case you're wondering, bacon quarter pounder. Sorry, very loud truck. That is the bacon quarter pounder, the spicy McCrispy Deluxe, the chicken strips that they now have, the new ones, and also the French fries. And that's it. For breakfast, there's a whole slew of items actually that I do like, and some of them they've even removed, like the parfaits and the frickin' Cinnamelts. Please bring those back. Please bring back the Cinnamelts. Those things were good. I would kill to have those back. Seriously, please. Anyway, neither here nor there. The real truth is that, yeah, actually, our McDonald's is a decent place to eat, only depending upon who's working, you know. And you know what? Sometimes I enjoy working with the crew there too, sometimes. But, in other words, yeah. Alright. I think I'm getting to the end of my journey here. So, anyway, I might as well just say that if you like this video, please be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe and comment down below. And I'll see you all in the next video. This is Superchocolatemilkshake, signing off.